Hi, Christine here with a crochet update for you. Just a little bit early this week. It's actually for first thing next week. But I got a very special package in the mail today that I wanted to share. So I thought I'd go ahead and give you my crochet update since I've only worked on one thing this whole week. I started it and got addicted to it and I'm almost finished. So I will share that with you first. Today is Saturday, September 13th. And this is my color block blanket that I started, sometime last year, I think. It is currently about 35 inches wide and 44 inches long. It's 4 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was gonna do 5 by 6, but it would be too big for a Boggy Creek blanket, and that's where I'm sending this. So we went with 4 by 5. They're 7-inch squares. I use the same pattern on every square. It's a solid double crochet granny square. And I love the border or the joining that I found for it. It's a join as you go. And I think that's why it gets so addictive, because you just want to see how the next color is going to look on the blanket. And it's a real easy join. You do since I already, she did her crochet tutorial for the joining with a regular granny square with the groups of 3, but her joining actually utilizes every single stitch. So mine was already a solid row with my double crochets, and so it was very easy to adopt her method because I didn't have to worry about whether I was going to put a stitch in between the groups of 3 or into a stitch or into a chain. I just went right into the stitches created by my double crochets. And so you just start with, this is my first square, and you go pretty much around the whole thing except for where you're going to join it. And then you join with a slip stitch. So you slip stitch into the border you've already done, and then you create your next stitch, and then you slip stitch and you create the next double crochet. And that is all it is. The corners, I have to keep consulting her tutorial to remember where I need to put my slip stitches, but basically you're slip stitching to every other corner available and then going on to finish the missing border. So it's really easy. It's just, going row by row, and then you go around the whole thing, or you finish going around the whole thing. I think I'm going to add a moss stitch border to bring in a little color to the borders. Probably, I think I can fit two or 3 rows. So my first row is single crochets just to even out everything. Sometimes these ending joins get a little dippy where you join them. So I'm doing a single crochet around the whole thing, and then I'll do a moss stitch. I think I'm not sure. I don't have room for too much. I have about 3.5 inches to play with on the border. So, but I can add at least one color in, I think. Make it just a bit more fun, although I'm really happy with how it turned out. Anyway, that will be a blanket going to Camp Boggy Creek. And that is all I worked on this week. But I'm real happy with that. Oh, the yarn I used to join it was a big ball of this Crafter's Secret Big Idea, which I thought did a really good job. I used the color linen for a nice neutral color. I will say though, it got a tiny bit splitty, and I'm not sure why. Crafter's Secret is usually a great yarn to work with. Maybe it was just me, but every once in a while I have to really be careful because it'll split on me. But other than that, it worked great. Most of the other yarns I used for my squares were either I love this cotton or I love this yarn, or there's some Karen Simply Soft in here. There's actually some of that Skits Creek as well, that salmon color. And this grape is actually Big Twist. So I do have a variety of acrylic yarns in here. All 100% acrylic. Oh, this is Red Heart Super Saver, I think. So, oh, the back of the join is very neat. Completely flat. So yeah, real happy with that. And that was my project for the week. Now for the wonderful surprise that just came in the mail. I ordered some yarn from Crystal at BagoDay. She has begun her new venture, hand dyeing yarn for sale, and she has quite a bit on Etsy. And so I was real excited to be able to make a purchase. I've been holding off buying any yarn on all the sales that have been going on. Mary Maxim, I keep getting emails, and Premiere, and I just stopped myself because I wanted to save money and buy some yarn from Crystal. I knew it would be good quality. I knew she wouldn't sell something that wasn't up to par. Now, I did purchase a couple of her bargain bin yarns because, I mean, talk about a good deal. So, but the reasons they were in the bargain bin were not, it wasn't that there was any defect in the yarn. I think one, well, I'll tell you, because she actually gives you the reason why she puts it in the bargain bin, which is very cool. Okay, so here's the first one I chose. And she warns you that she doesn't put a label on the ones that she puts in the bargain bin. So this is a beautiful, let's see, it's 50% merino wool and 50% Pima cotton. And it's like a denim color. It feels really nice. It smells good. This is actually 3 hanks in one. So total of 654 yards. Retail would be $66, but her price was $43. And the reason she put it in the bargain bin was it has some tangles in it, which I can deal with, and it's not a yarn base that she's going to be selling. So yeah, why not? So it feels great, and I'm excited to use that. It is a 4-weight, I'm pretty sure, 218 yards per hank. Very pretty. The other one I got, so they averaged about $15, $16 per hank with the shipping and the tax, which I thought was a great deal for these cool yarns bases that I've never used before. This one I was really excited to get because it's the new one that she's that I haven't seen anybody else selling, and it's her mercerized merino, superwash mercerized merino, 4-weight. Oh, okay, sorry, this was a 4-weight, 217 yards per hank, because that's what this is, and she does specify that it's a 4-weight. So again, 3 hanks together, 651 yards. Isn't that a gorgeous color? Her reason for putting this in the bargain bin was some tangles and not the color that she was looking for. I think it's gorgeous. It's like a tonal green, darks and lights in there. It's really soft. It's softer than the 50/50 I just looked at. It actually looks a little bit thicker too. I don't know. But 217 yards per hank, 3 hanks in here. And this one was $39 for the whole thing. So I spent $82 on both of them and $10 shipping. With tax, $97. I thought that was a great deal for all this beautiful yarn. I have no idea what I'm gonna make with it. This one is just gorgeous. Mercerized merino. I knew it sounded like it was beautiful. I mean, this isn't bad. This has a sheen to it. It looks a little bit plumper, and I just love that color. Beautiful. Okay, so that's my surprise. Very happy. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for the bargain bin. If I have money, I can see myself going back for sure. It was a great deal. So stay tuned to see what I make with my wonderful new yarn. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. I forgot to add, I ordered this on Monday and it was here today, Saturday. So very nice shipping and quick delivery as well.